congratulations on the Hall of Fame nomination.
Oh, that's pretty, right? What?
That's a big deal.
It's a big jump off here, but that's pretty, yeah, I was pretty excited. You know Jake Tapper, the CNN? That's the person that told me. I didn't know. I had no idea. And then I got a text from Jake Tapper.
Wow.
And he's like, because our paths have crossed. He likes my band, so I don't know if I should thank. Maybe he had something to do with it. But I got a text. I said, "What did Jake say?" Congratulations. And then he had the, RRO, HOF, and I was like, what the hell is that? And then I was like, oh. Then another text came through. I was like, oh, I understand now.
Right.
Anyway, it was nice to hear from Jake Tapper. I'm a name dropper. Jake Tapper.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
Right.
What does that mean to you at this point in your career? You've been doing this for a long time to get that kind of recognition.
I mean, it's not where my head is. So in a way, it's not where my head is. But it's it's like a surprise party. It feels great to be included.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane when I look at the other people that have nominated. Motorhead, T-Rex, and Whitney Houston. I mean, it's all people that I love. Motorhead. All day I've been singing Motorhead tunes because I was as from about the age of 14. You know me,
Sure.
So I was like, what, Motorhead?
Yeah.
And we're in the same place? We gotta change our name. No, but I mean, that's a pretty cool band name, Motorhead.
Yeah.
No, it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
I'm super grateful for it.
Yeah.
I can't believe, and whether or not, if we're in a holding pen for a few years, that's okay. But
Sure.
But it's pretty outrageous.
Yeah.
And it's certainly a surprise, but it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but there's also a fan element to the voting, and
yeah,
fans are. If anyone has fans that love you, it's Dave Matthews fans. That must feel good knowing that's part of the groundswell that's going to take place over the next year as well.
Yeah, it is pretty. My sister said sent me a note and said, "Congratulations, I already voted." And I was like, "That's my sister."
Very nice.
Like,
very
right
nice.
on, my sister.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to vote for Motorhead. Though. It's my problem.
Does that change things for you moving forward? Do you think of yourself differently as a? I know there's it's a silliness element to it, but it is kind of a big deal. That's going to be part of your title now forever, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I mean, so hopefully it doesn't change my love of what I do and the reasons I love doing it, but it certainly establishes that we've been around a long time.
Yeah.
Justifies all my gray hairs.
Right.
It's like, yeah. So why do you think I look so old? I'm in the Rock and Roll Hall. I was nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall, which is different yet, but it is very exciting. I don't think it's gonna, it's pretty. I've been getting a lot of texts.
I bet. How special is this guy to you now? What does this guy mean to you now in your lives? This has become a big deal.
It's almost like Chickapig has Chickapig the game, and then Chickapig the younger generation Chickapigs, and that's the Stuffy and the children's book and that type of thing.
But that means it's an empire at this point, is what you're saying.
It is an empire, but he still sleeps on my couch, so it's one of those empires,
right,
where nothing really great has come of it. So.
Oh well, that's just friendship.
Right. Yeah, it's friendship. No, but it is. But it is a good game. At the heart of it is a good game, I think.
Yeah.
I do think so. I'm pointing at the game, just in case. That's the game back there.
Yeah, because, the game started, actually, when we first sort of took the game outside of our group of friends and family, we were bringing it into bars. So it was adults, and it was like drink some beers and play Chickapig. And then it wasn't for a year or so that we kind of made the transition to, notice, which I don't know why it took me this long to notice that kids were like, I like Chickapig. They liked just looking at this thing.
Sure. And the pooping cow. I mean, the kids like this Stuffy, but poop in a game is always good. And as a consequence, as a consequence, poop.
Who was that brilliant mastermind behind that?
It's all him.
All you, yeah.
Like, he told me that this is a story. He said he's playing some dumb game, and it was because he always brought great games over to my house. We play with our family.
Sure.
He builds guitars, which is how we know each other. Right. And they're amazing instruments, but I don't want to talk about that too much because I don't want to make them feel good. But he told me that he'd invented this game because he was playing this other game with some friends, and it was the worst game. It was like a garbage game. And then he looked on the side of the box, and it said, 100 million sold or whatever, a million games sold. And he was like, what? this is
Light bulb moment.
And then he said, I can make a game. And so he came up with Chickapig. And then when he brought it over to my house, we played it. I played it with my neighbor and Brian and I and my kids. We played it, and I was like, oh, I was reluctant, but I was like, this is a good game. You came up with, and it evolved a little bit from there. And then later on, like a year or more later, he said, oh no, I thought he'd had it like in his cupboard for like years, going, oh, I just got this game.
Right.
But no, he'd like done it like it was a week ago. When he brought it to my house, it was like a week before, and then he got his guitar building skills out, and he made a board and drew up some lines with a ruler.
Artistic stuff. But you brought your own artistic endeavors to this as well.
Yeah, to the next game.
Yeah. So talk that journey from when that first started to where we are now. It's been a little while.
It's probably 6 years since I've brought
and this has become a big deal.
Chickapig over. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like he's been on my couch longer than that, but it's good for the kids to know.
Yeah.
You know, if you keep trying, eventually, hopefully, you get off the couch.
Yeah.
But no. After he had this, he developed Chickapig, and we got into this place where there's a lot of interest in it, and he was doing most of the work. But every once in a while, I'd stand next to a board, and. But he came and said, I think I have a good idea for a new game. It's kind of like a mixture of poker, and it's kind of like it's like gangs, and I thought it sounded interesting. And then on ripped up pieces of paper, we played the game, and he played with my neighbor's kids and my kids. And then again, I was like, this is a really good game.
Yeah.
This one, on the box it says 18 and up, but I think that's just because there's gambling in it and possibly alcohol. It's poison. So they advertise it for the young people because we don't want to corrupt the young people, the minds.
But you have something now
for
the whole family, from pretty much toddlers.
Yeah, give that kid the little Chickapig game and get him out of here. We're gambling over here. And it's America, so if you wanted to make the game more challenging, you could you could use real bullets in the 25 Outlaws game. It's pretty, but it is a good game, and that's where he said to me when I was scribbling, he said, "Ignatius, you should do the drawings for our game." And I was like, "What? Okay." And I started. And that's why I ended up being suckered in.
You're going to be out on the road. I know there's some shows next year. You're active politically. I don't know how active you're going to be with shows or supporting anyone. Have you talked about that at all? Have you?
I'm watching. I'm watching what's happening now, and I agree with a lot of things that Bernie says and a lot of things that Warren says. I do think that we should take better care of our population, and a better care of our planet. And I'm just going to hold off before I decide which person is. But right now, it's almost like you could almost have I don't even know what to say. Right now, it's just such. I don't even know what to make. If it didn't have so much consequence, it would just only be funny.
Right.
It's just unbelievable. If people weren't dying and being having their worlds destroyed as a result of a lot of it, it would just be, it would be funny. But instead, it's heartbreaking. It is bananas.
Yeah.
What's happening right now? So, but I imagine that as we get closer to Election Day, my daughter's first opportunity to vote, my twin daughters, and hopefully as we get closer, things get a little clearer and people are more focused on the future than they are ripping each other apart.
Sure. And where are you creatively? It's been a little while since the last record.
Yeah, not too long, a year and a half. I've been writing a lot. I know that the band, we've been writing together, and just because that's what we do when we sit around and play. So there's ideas that are happening right now, and I'm looking forward to getting back in the studio. Band's a little. We've gone through some changes, and right now, the 7 people that are playing together, I'm one of them, it's really it's like it just feels so honest and clear, and everybody's listening, everybody's in it, and it just feels pretty amazing. It's like nobody's phoning it in right now, and that just raises everything up. And so I'm really excited to get the 7 people and maybe 1 or 2 others that might stumble into the room together to beat something up.
Very nice.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.